Welcome, everyone, to the fourth episode of the Rep Your Team podcast. I am your host, Andrew, and today, and also with my esteemed co-host,
Luke Reeder.
I don't know why I blanked on that.
Good.
That's crazy, bro.
No, it's been a crazy day.
Crazy day. Tornado warnings by us. Oh,
yes.
It's crazy. But enough about that. Let's talk some football. All right.
Let's go for it.
Yep. All right. Chargers versus Falcons. Chargers won 20-17.
Yes, they did. That was a good game.
It was a good one.
But I think that was early in the season. I think that the Week 9 scores that I have pulled up, the Falcons played the Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, no,
you're
thinking
right. Of last Thursday.
You're right. Yeah, no, my team was behind.
Yeah.
No, that was a good game, and it was as you would expect the Falcons and the Chargers to be. I mean, last-minute sloppy turnovers and just a rough game, but, very true to form for the Falcons and the Chargers. So I was thoroughly happy with it.
I don't want to say the Chargers are underperforming, but, man, I don't know. It's teeter-tottering for me, man. I feel like they should be so much better than what they have shown so far.
They have a decent record, but they're not nearly as dominant as they should be. So I would start to be concerned if I were a Chargers fan.
Yeah. All right. Next game, Raiders versus Jags. Raiders did not win. Jaguars 27-20.
Yeah, they got a 17-point lead.
And I believe we both picked the Raiders for this.
Yes, and I was very close to going with the Jaguars upset. Yeah. But, Raiders had a 17-point lead, and they choked it away. This is not a good team.
This is starting to be like classic Raiders to choke something when they should be winning.
Yeah, they might wind up with the top 5 pick. I mean, they are a mess. I mean,
I thought that went to
going
Green
well.
Bay, though.
It may.
Or was it?
I'm not sure.
That's a question right there.
Yeah, but no, the Raiders have been disappointed from top to bottom. I mean, it's been offense, it's especially defense. But I mean, the only thing that has gone well has been Devontae Adams, who was worth the money, worth the deal. But as good as he is and as good as he's been, no switching as a one-man team in the NFL. So, no, they continue to struggle. And do they have a first-round pick?
Googling. Okay, well, let's just move on to the next.
Yeah.
All right, Dolphins versus Bears. It was kind of a close game. Bears started to make it something, but it didn't really help them come back, in my opinion, at least. Dolphins won 35-32.
Justin Fields is good, though.
Yeah.
Justin Fields had himself a day, and we'll talk about him later, but he showed some flashes right there.
Was it Mike McDaniels, the Dolphins head coach?
Yes.
He had a little moment with Fields saying "Stop scrambling." He didn't listen.
I saw that. Yeah,
it's a little funny, but
Dolphins
head coach is a little goofy.
Oh no, he's been good.
He's
so
smart,
far.
but I don't know.
Yeah, I've been surprised with him so far.
A little weird.
Yeah, very surprised with him.
Yeah. All right. Next game. Vikings versus Commanders. Vikings won 20-17.
Yeah. No, the Vikings continue to be a great team. I don't know why they're not talked about as Super Bowl contenders, but no, they are a really good team. Kirk is playing just good enough. His receiving core is ridiculous. Dalvin Cook is pitching in. And that defense is great. Harrison Smith has had somewhat of a revival season. He's been very good this year. So I think another pick in that game. So, no, I good for the Vikings. They have not done anything to remove themselves from Super Bowl contention.
But the thing is, Kirk Cousins is such a terrible primetime player that I don't think he won't be the reason they won, but he'll be the reason they lose in the playoffs, in my opinion.
Yeah, I still have questions if he is a Super Bowl winning quarterback, if he's capable of it.
Yeah.
But the team around is pretty good, and so if that team can be just good enough, I don't see why they couldn't.
Okay, where are we at? All right, Seahawks, Cardinals.
Yes.
Seahawks won this one.
Yeah, and the score was misleading. I mean, it really was, more
31-21.
Yeah, it really was more of a dominating game than that. I mean, the Cardinals don't look like a good team at all. Kyler had another messy fumble. Sounds like he tweaked his hamstring too. Sounds like Buda Baker also hurt his ankle, could be out for a couple weeks, and that would be a huge blow to this team. But that was a must-win game for the Cardinals, and for the Seahawks, they just kind of keep rolling. Geno Smith has not.
Cardinals didn't win. You say a good win for the Cardinals.
It was
But
a
they
must-win.
lost.
Yeah, no, it was a
Okay,
must-win
maybe
for the Cardinals. Yeah, and they're about to have a lot of must-win games coming up. But no Buda Baker, limited Kyler Murray. I don't know if I see it. They might be. Their season might be done already.
They're also on like the Hard Knocks in season.
Oh yeah, that was an
series.
awful. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm like, when they first announced it after like the regular Hard Knocks, the preseason with the Lions.
Yeah.
When I heard it was going to be them, I'm like, really?
Good teams don't do Hard Knocks. I will die on that hill.
No,
Good teams don't do
true.
Hard Knocks.
Like, it's kind of like a Hard Knocks curse, with the first Hard Knocks. It was like
yeah.
the Ravens the year after they won the Super Bowl in 2000
Yeah.
in 2000. Was it? Yeah, the 2000 team. It was 2001 Ravens, but they win like, I can't remember what the record was, but they didn't. They weren't as good as the previous year, but
yeah, they were
great
in
with
2001 they were 10-6-0. In 2002 they were 7-9.
yeah.
So yeah, no, tough season for them. And it's been a tough season for the Lions, been a tough season for the Cardinals. I think the Hard Knocks, as fun as it is to watch, it's a distraction for the organization. So I don't know how anybody would sign off on that, but revenue.
Yep,
So.
revenue. All right, next game, Rams versus Buccaneers. Buccaneers won this one 16-13.
They did, and this is two bad teams. I mean, I know that both of them just won the Super Bowl within like the past 3 years or whatever it is. 2, 3. I mean, it's they're not good teams. I mean, the Rams look a mess. The Buccaneers' offense is awful. I mean, it is awful, and that it was like 40 seconds to went down the field and score a touchdown, right? That's just Tom Brady. I think that's the Rams defense. I don't know what they're doing. Like, they ran the same play, the same prevent, and they kept giving up all the yards. And so I put that one on the Rams. But for the Bucs, I mean, I think it's like 4 touchdowns in their last 44 possessions, and all season they've only gotten 1 third down over 10 or more yards. And so that's just not a good team, and Brady's not good enough anymore to make up for it. And so I think that if they, don't play as good as they're capable of, I think that the Buccaneers might get smacked by the Geno Smith-led Seahawks this week. But for the Rams too, 3-5, they don't look good at all.
Yeah, like the Buccaneers. I saw on ESPN they usually do this type of stuff, man. They posted about how the Buccaneers are winning their division and the Patriots are last in their division.
Yeah.
But I think they have the same record, I believe. Of
Maybe.
some sort. I don't know. I gotta look at the
Maybe.
Patriots record. But I'm like, bro.
One's a good division, one is not.
Yeah, this is like a terrible division. Like, they have a negative record and sitting at first place. This is like the bubble season where the Washington Commanders won the division with a 7-9 record. All right.
Yeah, no, this has not been a good season for
They were
the
trying to
Buccaneers.
make it seem like, oh, Brady's doing so much better than Belichick. It was Brady, not Belichick. I'm like, bro.
That's not true.
Brady, if you look at their offense, they are garbage.
Awful. I mean, absolutely awful.
I don't know why.
Receivers are dropping passes. People aren't getting open. Leonard Fournette hasn't had the same production. And just schematically, they look bad. Brady looks flat.
Line's injured.
Oh, yeah, they can't block anybody.
In that game.
Yeah, no,
It's a whole mess.
They took multiple steps back.
And ESPN doing their usual stuff of getting clicks and everything. Ugh,
Oh, yeah.
they do that. But we already talked about that last episode.
We did, yes.
All right. Sunday night game. Titans versus Chiefs. Chiefs. This was a slug match. Well, not a slug. I don't know, like a grinded out game almost.
It was a tough watch.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's why I used the word grinded out.
Yeah.
Chiefs didn't really come alive. Willis for the Titans.
tough game.
Yeah, it was a tough game. He did all right for the first half, and then after that, it was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Like, he showed he was a rookie, but
Yeah, their offensive line, the Titans, that is, couldn't block anybody from Elite Willis. But even then, I mean, it looked like he was running first and passing second. He finished with 80 passing yards, one of which was a 48-yard completion.
yeah.
So, not the best start from Elite Willis, but, when you have Derrick Henry, I don't know how good of a quarterback you need to be.
Yeah.
But
And A.J. Brown's like, he has more receiving yards and stuff than like the whole Titans skill players.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Minus Derrick Henry, of course.
yeah, he was making fun of him on Twitter. I mean, like no one was open. But I really didn't know how. I mean, I think the only reason why they were able to hang around is because of Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, Patrick Mahomes looks fantastic. Travis Kelce continues to be unstoppable. And yeah, for the Titans, I think that was a telling loss. I don't think that they're able to keep up that same production all year. I think that this is probably what we're going to be seeing out of them the most.
Yeah, but they're still 5-3, so
Yeah,
who knows
yeah.
what happens with
Still in it, based on the record, still in it.
them. Eagles, Texans. Eagles won this 29-17. Was this the Monday night game? Like last week's? No, last
was
week's
Thursday.
Yeah,
That was
we're looking
Thursday.
on CBS, and they
Oh,
just
yeah.
have this all jumbled up. So yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, what do we expect? Eagles to win it.
At first, it was somewhat interesting. I think the Texans took a lead at one point, but yeah, no, I mean, Davis Mills still looks good,
Yeah, it still looks good.
and Dameon Pierce, I believe, yeah, he's the real deal. I mean, their rookie running back. I'd say that he'd be the offensive rookie of the year if not for Kenneth Walker doing his thing. But Miles Sanders doing good. I mean, the Eagles just don't look like they have any weaknesses right now.
Yeah, the Patriots are 5-4.
That's
Sorry,
ridiculous.
this is a callback from when the
Oh, yeah.
Buccaneers and ESPN started to do their their stuff.
Oh no, the Patriots are a far better team.
Yeah,
Far
much
better
more.
team, and they whooped the Colts.
Yeah,
So I mean,
that was 2 weeks ago. Anyway, all right. Is it over for Green Bay?
yes,
Yeah,
Yes.
it's hard to watch.
tough.
They're only getting spotlight. Like, they would have been the Lions if it not for Aaron Rodgers. Let's be real. They would be looked at on similar, I guess, standing as the Lions. Like, we don't talk about as the Lions if they're doing bad.
Yeah,
It's because they have Aaron Rodgers and stuff.
yeah. No, it's been a rough season for them, and Rodgers has not performed up to expectations. But how much can you expect of him when he doesn't really have any receivers, whatsoever? And so right now, I think that since Rodgers is quite literally without any weapons, Aaron Jones is their best player, but they don't go to him. They have some sort.
Much. They just
Yeah.
gotta run it.
Yeah, but he's averaging I think it's 5 yards per carry or something like that. Aaron Jones is doing great. They're just not giving him the ball. And so when you look, and Rodgers had 3 red zone interceptions, just give the ball to Aaron Jones. So I think for the Packers, it's coaching, it is offense, defense, special teams, the whole thing. They might need to start to look over because this is not
Yeah,
a good team.
I'm trying to find their draft picks for this year, but I can't. It's crazy.
Yeah. They have it rough going forward, and I think it's going to take more than one draft to help fix them.
It's
I think they're going to need to have some pretty big free agency pickups.
that. But who wants to go to Green Bay? You know.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a chance to play with Aaron Rodgers, then maybe.
Yeah, maybe you can
But,
some
Yeah,
skill players.
Yeah.
Skilled position players, but
they need to start looking towards next season though, because
this season's going to be a wash for them.
this has been a complete nightmare for them by far.
All right, is Justin Fields a franchise quarterback?
What do you think, Mr. Bears fan?
I don't know. It's like we traded
Yeah.
for Chase Claypool.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'm giving it to their next season, hopefully. And we traded away Roquan Smith, so I'm hoping we put all that money into getting some skilled offense. Just this whole offseason's got to be offense, minimum defense.
oh yeah.
That's literally how and then I'll start considering how Justin Fields is. But right now, what can you blame him for?
It's
He's trying.
Yeah, it's weird because he's had some really good performances like yesterday or Sunday rather, and but then there have also been some pretty ugly performances and like blatant overthrows, underthrows, and bad decisions. And so I saw a lot of talk after this last game, like, Justin Fields, like, this is an emergency, he's a franchise quarterback, yada, 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 and I'm not there yet. I think he needs to be a little bit more consistent with it. I think that he has the potential, for sure, if they get him an offensive line and some more weapons like Chase Claypool. But, I mean, was this last game a step in the right direction? Absolutely.
Yeah, it showed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to find... Because now it's bothering me that I can't figure out the draft picks for the Green Bay Packers.
Let's see. I mean,
Piss me off.
either way, I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
look. They have to get some more pass rushers. They need to get a wide receiver.
I would go offense with them.
Yeah. Just get Aaron Rodgers. I thought that he was going to be able to make it work with these people, just because it feels like he can make it work with anybody. But even Aaron Rodgers needs somebody who can get open. I mean, so.
Yeah.
Let's see what they do next year, because so far
it's a watch for them.
Yeah,
Like
I agree.
it's the Vikings division to lose at this point.
100%.
All right, Josh Allen injury. What was it? Something in the elbow.
Yeah, it's his elbow.
It wasn't as bad. Like earlier in the week, people thought it was scary, but I think like recently someone said, "Oh, it's more questionable. He won't be like it's scary type deal where it could affect his career." So that's a good sign.
Yeah, his head coach Sean McDermott said that he's hour to hour and day for day. So he's dealing with a right elbow injury to the ulnar collateral ligament and related nerves. So he's still questionable for this Sunday against the Vikings. But that sounds like, again, he's an MVP, probably the MVP leader right now. Even despite that Jets game, I'd still give it to him.
I'm still leaning towards Jalen Hurts, man.
Really?
I don't know why. I just want to lean towards him because I watched the New Heights podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And they recently released. I can't help but like the guy. So
he's cool, but I mean, if you take away the quarterbacks, what roster would you rather have? The Buffalo Bills roster or the Eagles roster?
I like AJ Brown too much.
AJ Brown's good.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts has been playing fantastic, and he deserves to be in the MVP race. But I mean, I think that as a team, he is the beneficiary of a really good offense, really good coaching, really good defense.
But then, can't you say that to Josh Allen?
We
haven't seen him without like mediocre. Well, I can't say that because it would be too bad. But we haven't seen him to where like the weapons that he had. Like after his first year, he was solid, and I think like for 2 years in a row, he had like solid wide receivers, and then they get Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I think his first year was, like the last one we saw him without like a really good weapon, and he wasn't great his rookie season, but it's also probably because he was a rookie.
Second season he improved, made it to the playoffs, I believe.
Yeah. I think the Eagles are just a better team. I think the Eagles, if you take out the quarterbacks, the Eagles have the better roster. But because the Bills have Josh Allen, I think that they're a better team. But if you take away Hurts, take away Allen, I would rather have the Eagles roster than the Buffalo Bills roster.
I don't know that Bills I don't know if you can use that argument because the Bills defense, Von Miller's playing out of his mind. They're good. I don't know. It's like honestly, I think I would go Bills roster, to be honest.
Really?
I like A.J. Brown a lot, but man, Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, Dawson Knox, man.
Gabriel Davis has been quiet, and no one knows that more than my fantasy team.
Oh, he's hurting you?
He hasn't really been... When he's not getting, 60-yard touchdowns, he's really not a factor in the game, and he has, a 50% drop over his career, his 50% drop rate over his career, whatever it is. But, I mean, you look at the Eagles, and you have A.J. Brown, you have Miles Sanders, who's been absolutely awesome for them this season.
And Devontae Smith.
Yeah, Devontae Smith. I think their offensive line's better. And that defense is a force to be reckoned with. I mean, that defense might be the best in the NFL. So I don't know. It's definitely going to come down to
I think
the end of the season.
Honestly, if they go undefeated in the regular season, he's MVP, but who knows how that will work out. Their schedule's pretty light from what we always talk about it, but their schedule is light.
Yeah, the Eagles are a pretty light roster, and so I wonder if they're going to look at that or not.
Schedule.
Schedule rather.
Yeah, schedule.
But I don't know.
I don't know.
the next
Honestly,
3
I'm kind of
weeks.
glad I don't have a vote. It
Oh,
would be
yeah.
so hard for me.
Very, very hard. I think the next 3 weeks are going to be important.
But then again, Patrick Mahomes could always win it.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's still halfway through the season. I think he threw for 400 yards.
Yeah.
Against the Titans.
I mean, if I did have to submit an MVP vote right now,
Yeah, he did.
I probably would vote for Patrick Mahomes. I mean, just because I don't think anyone's playing better at the quarterback position than him. He doesn't have a crazy great roster, and he's making everything like himself. Like all the big throws, he's scrambling, he's getting touchdown, like tough touchdowns. He's lowering his shoulder.
He was the Chiefs' leading rusher, 63 yards, 1 touchdown.
That's ridiculous.
When that one scrambled. Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
And he's a game changer. And so I mean, I probably him, but whether
We'll
Josh
see.
Allen can make it back against the Vikings is still uncertain, but my fantasy team hopes so.
I don't think Josh is going. I think if I'm Sean McDermott, I'm like, yo, Josh.
Oh yeah, rest him.
Sit that down. Like it's
Rest
his
him.
elbow.
Yeah.
Quarterback. He's throwing on him too. Oh, I'm like, bro, sit down. You are
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
I mean, it's a team.
Team game.
I mean, it's a team out of your conference that you're playing, so it's not that they're only like playoff.
Well, for the first seed, but because I think
guess.
it's them and Chiefs, and I can't remember the other team, but
I'd rather rest him and take the loss that game and have him ready for the rest of the season than have him potentially make it worse and he's out in like 5 games and it just gets ugly. And so I think that they can still win the Super Bowl if they lose this game. So just sit him. But again, maybe he will resist that, and we'll see. We'll see.
All right, let's start predicting next week's games. Now, the Falcons and Panthers already played. Panthers won.
Yeah.
Just 2 bad teams.
Yeah,
We
that
don't really.
that was that was I expected the Falcons to win that. But Marcus Mariota is not didn't have the best
He's
performance.
inconsistent.
That is kind. I wasn't very blown away by either quarterbacks that game. I mean, PJ Walker gave it his best.
Yeah.
And Marcus Mariota, I don't know what happened there. But a pretty ugly game, pretty ugly weather. Thursday night. That's kind of how they've all been.
Yeah. All right, Seahawks, Bucks. Now, is this a
Yes.
London game? Where's this at?
That's in Germany.
Germany.
And apparently the biggest fan base in Germany is the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I have no clue why. There are murals of Geno Smith on there. Like I saw their posters that they printed before the season, before Geno Smith won the quarterback battle, and like they say like Drew Lock and the Seahawks versus Tom Brady, just because they didn't expect Geno to win the quarterback battle. But yeah, I really think there's a chance that the Seahawks not only, I mean, I predict them to win, but I think there's a chance.
No way. Because y'all guys is
It could be like 20. I mean,
like
it could be
defense
ugly.
is
It's good now.
it's good, man.
And it suffered for the first 4 weeks. I think because we were trying to game plan around. We lost Jamal Adams, and he was the focal point of that defense. Because I mean, when he's playing, he's the best player that we have.
Going back, but man.
Yeah, I mean he's been really important. Like he doesn't have the stats, but I mean like all the extra stuff. I mean, like, he's definitely the best player on that defense. Not just stats, but the stats are there too. So we need to replan, try to find a new game plan, and it's worked because Pete Carroll, he's seen a thing or two. And so that defense is good. That offense is in contention for top 3, top 5 in the NFL for sure. I think if the Bucks don't have one of those magic Brady games, I think that Geno Smith is going to outperform Tom Brady in that game, which would be a sight to behold.
It'd be so funny, but it's going to happen. I already see it. I'm taking Seahawks as well.
Oof, nice.
All right, Lions, Bears. Lions have the best O-line. They're going to just run all over us.
I'm taking the Bears in that one. I think that Justin Fields has a hot streak.
Maybe.
We'll see.
It's just 2 mid teams. What do you want?
Yeah. No one's gonna. Yeah.
Browns, Dolphins.
When does Deshaun Watson come back?
What week is this? 10. No, he comes back week
13,
12.
12. Okay.
He comes back against the Texans.
Oh, because of course, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins then.
Yeah, I'm taking Dolphins as well. I was watching Undisputed.
Oh,
not
yes.
not the whole episode, just
Oh,
a clip,
yes,
just a
yes.
clip. I despise Skip Bayless,
Yeah.
but Shannon Sharp brought up that Tyreek Hill should also be in the MVP conversation because I believe
Ooh,
he's
I'd
already
like
at
that.
like 1,100
Yeah.
yards.
Yeah, no,
He's having a great year, just like Cooper Kupp had last year.
he could break the receiving record. I mean, he's been that good.
He might be, man.
Especially like the extra game and all
Yeah.
that. But yeah, I would throw. I mean, yeah, the MVP thing has become so quarterback
But
dominated.
he'll probably win Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, yeah, and if he doesn't, crime against humanity. But I mean, I hope that eventually we can, stop, just making the MVP a quarterback award. But probably the most impactful player has been, I think, besides Mahomes, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
So I mean, which is funny because they were on the same team last year. But
Yeah.
no,
But
he.
shout out to Is he
Yeah.
the most improved player? I think there is, right?
Yeah,
No.
yeah. There is a most improved player, and I'd give that to Tua.
Yeah. Oh, I was like the reason I brought that up because I forgot if there was an award for that.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, he would get it from me. Like, man, he just absolutely line it up.
yeah. No,
All right.
he's been amazing.
Broncos, Titans.
Ugh.
Yeah.
that was awful. Titans.
Yeah, Titans.
yeah. But I mean, I think that the Broncos' pass defense is amazing. So the
Run
Titans
defense
shouldn't.
is-
Yeah,
is a little
the Titans shouldn't even try. I mean, to pass the ball.
Yeah,
Just give
run
Derrick
that.
Henry 50 carries. I mean, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going Titans on that one.
Yep. All right. Vikings, Bills.
It depends if Josh Allen plays.
I want to assume he's not playing.
Okay. If he's not playing, then Vikings. If he is playing, Bills.
I'm going to say he's not playing, so I'm going with Vikings.
All right. Yeah, if he's not playing, I'd agree with you.
All right. Oh, my God. Texans, Giants.
Ugh.
Giants.
I'm
I'm going with Giants, man.
going Texans. No, I'm not. Giants. Yeah, Giants.
Giants, yeah. It's like they could make it. Texans could make it a game.
They
But if
could.
the Giants don't win, kudos to y'all, Texans.
And questions got to be asked
Yeah,
about the
question-
legitimacy of that team.
Yep. Jaguars, Chiefs.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
100%.
yeah.
I'm trying to think if he by 40 or by 50.
Nah,
But-
I don't know. I would just say, man, they're going to get 20 at the least.
I said, yeah, I said they beat him by at least 17.
Because you can't. They haven't covered. I think.
Really?
I want to say maybe
that's
it was more
crazy.
last season, but last season they never really covered.
That's crazy.
So I would never bet the spread of games with the Chiefs.
Interesting.
I remember that. Shout out Pack McAfee show for that. All right. Saints Steelers. Ugh.
Wow, that is awful. Tie. I mean that is really awful that one of these teams has to win a game.
I would take the Saints because I think their defense. Well, granted, T.J. Watt's going to be back. He's going to be back for this game.
God. Yeah,
But I would still take Saints. I think their defense is much more better.
yeah, Saints, but T.J. Watt is definitely going to have
Yeah.
at least a sack or two. I mean,
Yeah.
he's going to have a pretty good game. So yeah, Saints.
Colts, Raiders.
Oh.
Okay, the Raiders got to win this one. The Colts are a mess.
Yeah.
They got to win this one.
Yeah.
They're much more of a mess, in my opinion, than Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, and the new head coaching hire, Jeff Saturday. What was that about?
Dude, I know people are like, bro, he only has coached high school.
That
Which is crazy, but he's a former Colts.
yeah.
You know, he was the center that Peyton Manning was yelling at in that clip.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he does well,
Yeah, I hope he does well.
but he has zero expectations because I
Yeah.
mean that looking at it for what it is, that's a bad hire, and so we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, very very questionable moves have been made for the Colts.
All right, Cardinals, Rams. Ugh, Rams.
I think the Cardinals win that. I think because division game, I think that the Cardinals have lost like 4 in a row, or like they've lost like 5 of their last 6 or whatever.
Only won
one, I think.
Yeah, one, or maybe the last 5. One of the two.
Something like that. Yeah, I think they have to turn it around. Ooh, but no Buda Baker, Kyler Murray, limited. Rams. Never mind. Yeah, no Buda Baker. I think he's that good that they don't win that game.
All right, Cowboys, Packers, Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's the only game you guys are getting.
Oh, yeah, lucky Cowboys.
Yeah, just get the trash Packers.
They're tough
Unless,
now.
honestly, if Aaron Rodgers goes God mode and somehow just wills his team.
Which he could.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, I mean, he could have 500 passing yards to people we've never heard of before.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert Tonyan, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I possible because of Aaron Rodgers, but the Cowboys should win that.
Yeah. Chargers, 49ers.
No, Niners. I don't know, though.
Give me the Chargers. I just think their offense is better.
I hope the Chargers win. I mean, I would really like that, but I'm going with the Niners probably.
And then in the Monday night game. Oh, yeah, the Chargers, 49ers is the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Commanders versus Eagles, Monday night.
I think the
Wait,
Commanders
is Chase Young back? Hold up. Chase Young might be back. Hold
I
up.
think that is the sneaky game that the Commanders end up winning. I think that's how the Eagles' first loss is going to be. It's just like a sneaky underdog opponent. I think because y'all beat the Steelers a couple years back, same sort of thing, right? Like, it was either Sunday or Monday Night Football. Steelers were undefeated. Y'all handled them.
Sorry, I'm reading. He's been practicing since November 2nd. Hold on, will he be Oh. Is today week 9 or week 10?
This is going to be week 10.
Alright, I don't know. Can't
Questionable,
find it.
maybe.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Questionable, perhaps.
Eagles Wire. Yeah, this might be biased.
I think it's one of those games that I think it's going to be an ugly game, and if Taylor Heineke can do enough magic to win the game, then so be it.
Eagles secondary is pretty stacked.
Yeah, but I don't think the Eagles are going to go undefeated. I think that they do lose a sneaky game, and this very well could be the trap game.
I don't think Chase is playing, but
all right.
You know what? I believe, man.
Yeah.
I believe. Go.
Yeah.
Go Commanders, man.
I agree. I'm going for the upset. Go Commanders.
Yeah, I know. All right. That's week 10's predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to some NBA. Russell Westbrook, man.
Yeah. Ever since they moved him to the bench in his past couple of games, he's been all right. I mean, early in the season,
they've still been losing, man. They're 2-9. I think it's the worst start in their franchise or something.
Yeah, they've been losing, and they need to blow it up immediately. But Russell Westbrook off the bench has been a bright spot. Now, I mean, should they trade Anthony Davis?
I don't believe that. I don't know. It's just everything's just terrible.
Yeah, and like
I say, get Russell Wilson's trade value up. Trade that thing.
Yeah.
Early. Don't wait till trade deadline.
Yeah.
Give it a month or two, and then a month or two before the deadline, and then explore your options with whatever. But I think the Lakers front office is trash.
Yes.
Rob Pelinka doesn't know what a damn he doesn't know what he's doing.
Not at all. And
he's just terrible.
And you can't trade LeBron. I just think that he is probably the only player like that's just completely off limits.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think you should have resigned there. I mean, because you have LeBron James, who's one of the
top 2 all time.
Oh yeah, I think he's number 1.
Oh yeah, I'm being politically correct.
Oh yeah.
By saying top 2 because I don't want to.
One of the best. Yeah. And his passing ability is what separates him, in my opinion. So to not surround him with people who can shoot the ball.
Just a bunch of guards when in today's league you gotta have versatile wings.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, to have LeBron James not surround him with shooters is
It's a travesty.
awful. Yeah,
Like
absolutely awful.
it's starting to debate like if this like during LeBron's time with the Lakers, are they as bad as a front office as the Cavaliers in his first stint?
Oof, that is tough.
That's a discussion I would like to open up when it comes back.
It needs to be said because that Cavaliers front office for his first 7 years was bad. I mean like egregiously bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean the only thing that they did right was extending him the first time. But the Lakers team, I don't know. I just don't know what they expected the roster to be. Like I don't know what expectations they had for this team.
I don't know what it came ahead when they traded for Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, that was a bad trade.
What?
Even in
they're
the
a
moment.
delusional franchise. Man.
Yeah, and even in the moment, I felt like everyone kind of knew it was a bad trade because I mean, like, you could have gotten DeMar DeRozan would have been great, and or you could have gotten Buddy Hield or
Miles Turner, just someone that is actually good
someone
now and not back in 2017.
Yeah, someone that can shoot the ball well. Anthony Davis is still struggling with injuries. I don't know what you do. I think they might have success if they trade Anthony Davis, though. I mean, I don't know what they'd get for him at this point. I mean, just because his injury history is so...
No, I think they can... If the front office is smart and get something good from Anthony Davis, but I don't know. I wouldn't explore trading him yet.
If you get a good shooter out of it, then, I mean, so be it.
Just something.
But, yeah, right now that team needs to make a change, whether it's Westbrook or Anthony Davis or Hicks or, I mean, something.
Nah, you can't take picks with them. If you have LeBron James, unless honestly, if they do get picks from Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook, could say, "Oh no, offseason we're going to re-sign." But what are you doing with LeBron James on your team, bro? I would be like, bro, I'm sorry, our front office sucks. I'm going to trade you to some sort of contender for some young guys. Like I would trade this is very hypothetical. I would trade him to Cleveland for Evan Mobley. Or Darius Garland.
But I mean, if you're the Cavaliers, I wouldn't go through with that trade. I think they have such a good.
Since they have Donovan Mitchell and everything, if they get LeBron,
it's tough.
And if they trade, let's just say they trade Jared Allen and Darius Garland.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's probably not a good trade, but if they do that with
it'd be interesting for sure.
That would be that's a team.
It'd be interesting for sure. Yeah, it's that's gonna be tough. I mean, I don't know. I think that ultimately, I mean, what LeBron should do is the second his career or his contract is up, he should go sign with the Cavaliers and do a farewell tour.
Yeah,
but
I know. I want that. So I'm hoping Cleveland when Bronny's up because he wants to play, but when Bronny goes for the draft. Man, I'm trading whatever I can to get Bronny.
Yeah.
And Bron, come on home, baby.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Yeah,
man.
and then win or lose, I mean, it'd put
it would be it's just it would be a wholesome moment.
Yeah, it'd
see him walk out.
Exactly.
Because I hope Bronny doesn't get drafted by some sorry
the Kings.
Team. Yeah, or
that'd be awful to see LeBron in the Kings jersey.
Yeah, just that,
Orlando.
and finish his career like that. I'm like, bro, nah, you're every time I look at him, I'm like, bro, you're a Cavalier.
Oh yeah,
but then again, I also think because man, when he was on the Heat, he was different. I'm like,
he was special. I mean, I made the argument that 2018 LeBron, 2017, 2018 was the best player ever. I mean, just because it was...
That was such a carry job.
Oh, my God. I mean, it was driving to the paint. It was shooting. It was passing. I mean, it was everything with a really bad team. Mm-hmm. And so I still laugh whenever I see the graphic where it's LeBron James, Kyle Korver, and J.R. Sweezy versus Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. It's oh, my God. I mean, what do you expect him to do? But yeah, no, the Lakers' troubles are going to be a consistent talking point.
I don't know why ESPN Undisputed keep talking about it.
Oh, it's
ratings.
tough. It's done.
It's terrible.
It's done.
All right, Utah. They're the number 1 seed, right?
I think so.
For the West, which is crazy. I don't know why.
I would be pissed if I'm Danny Ainge because he traded away Donovan Mitchell. He traded away
the Timberwolves picks, and Timberwolves aren't looking too hot.
I mean, but I feel like the only reason they would do that is to get
They are number
Wembanyama
one
or to get like anyone, and so I don't know. I mean, because you're in a good position right now, but you'd be far better off, playing for the future and getting a high draft pick, but you can't exactly tell your team to tank. So
Laurie Markkinen is going crazy right now.
he is, yeah. So I don't think they expected that. Like whatever the front office says, they did not expect that, and so I guess you just gotta roll with it, even though it's probably not the best thing for you, which sucks. But yeah.
And it sucks because the Wizards are 6-6, and like by All-Star break, man, I always said, man, if they just have 10 wins by All-Star break, we'll be set.
Yeah.
Then we only win 10 games after that. Then we're like, all right, we're in the top 3 lottery. We got a shot.
Yeah.
And
y'all gotta
we're
slow down.
already at 6 wins.
Y'all, yeah.
It's terrible.
Y'all need a historic losing streak.
Dude, I need someone. I need Bradley Beal to say, "Yo, man, I'm not hurt, but I need a mental break for like the whole season." I'm like, "Okay, good."
Just take
then
it
I
off.
need everyone else to be like, "Oh man,
Yeah.
my tummy hurts. I'm not gonna play the rest of the season." That's what I need, but we're not.
No.
If we make the playoffs this year, or even a play-in, I'm gonna be like, "Bro, this is a wasted season. This is awful. Fire everyone."
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
The worst thing to be in pro sports is mediocre. That mediocrity is hell in sports, and football, basketball. I mean, it doesn't matter. If you're in the middle of the pack, there's really no defined. Yeah. You can't go for the draft. You might struggle getting some free agents. You need to commit to one end of the scale, and
They're not.
For the Wizards, I mean, if they're going to have a decent season, look for free agency. Look to see who wants to come to DC. But yeah, there have been a lot of surprises for sure this season.
All right, I'm looking at the standings right now. Lakers 2-9, Rockets 2-10.
Okay.
Like, think of lottery, top 3 lottery, and
Yeah.
like Hornets 3-10,
Not
Magic 3-9, Pistons 3-9. Man, I'm like looking at those teams and like thinking if like one of them got like the number 1 pick, hopefully not Lakers, because then again the Pelicans can pick swap, and I don't want the Pelicans to be good because I don't really care about them.
Oh, yeah.
Minus Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, he's great.
But yeah, Victor Wembanyama going to like the Hornets, him and Melo, bro, that would be nasty. Dude, I kind of want that.
That would be
That would
really
be so
cool.
nasty.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Charlotte is a dumpster fire of an organization.
It is, but
because Jordan can't GM, and the sooner he gives up on that, the better.
I
But
don't think he's GM, but he's
tough.
just terrible.
Is the GM or the owner? He's
the owner for sure.
He's the
but I don't think he has
22.
basketball stay.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Like Pistons are 3-9, but they added Jaden Ivey through the draft, and they have Cade Cunningham, and they have some guy that was like late lottery as a center. And I'm surprised they're doing this bad. Like, Philly's struggling.
Yeah.
But Pistons, I'm kind of surprised. I thought they would be more playing spot, but
I'd agree.
Knicks are being revitalized. Pacers, thank goodness, because, well, actually, nah. Why did I say that? Because at the beginning of the season, I'm like, okay, it's us and the Pacers for like last place for that number 1 spot.
Yeah.
And then we beat the Pacers twice or once. I can't remember what. Then I'm like, dang it. Now if we tie, they're going to have the lower seed, and now that doesn't matter no more. Since they're
the season was over in 1 week. But yeah, I mean, still a lot to be determined, I guess. But yeah, no, I mean, there have been a fair number of surprises, but the Lakers should not be a surprise. I mean, the Lakers shouldn't be a surprise to anybody.
Honestly, if I'm their GM, I'm like, bro, if we're not winning by like a certain time frame, like before All-Star break-ish,
Yeah.
dude, I'm like, yo, no way the Pelicans are not pick swapping with us if we're still trash. I'm trading whatever I can to at least fight to get our out of the top. Well, I don't know if they can get out of the lottery, but like top 10, I think. Honestly, nah. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah, no, it's a tough position. I mean, again, mediocrity, and there are a lot of franchises in really weird places right now. Lakers, Utah Wizards. I mean, just to name a few. But yeah, no, I mean, this season certainly hasn't, and early prediction. I think that Tatum. I think it's going to come down to Tatum and Jokic for MVP, and I think that Tatum might win just because I don't think they'd give it to Giannis. Yeah, no, I mean definitely, but
the first seed overall.
Yeah.
I can see him winning it again.
Yeah, I mean, but Tatum's on a tear, and I feel like he's at that age, he's at like that level of stardom where it's like, not,
The young guy.
yeah, like not that anyone's ever owed an MVP,
Yeah.
but I feel like
It's like, ooh, the shiny new toy.
yeah,
Unless like you're like already all time established like LeBron was.
yeah, I feel like for the NFL this year, I mean, it wasn't predetermined, but like I feel like
It's
Josh
always
Allen,
been like Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, I mean like that much, and Josh Allen's kind of like the shiny new toy in that aspect. I think that Tatum is the same way in the NBA, and so, yeah, no, I mean, but he it's not like he'd luck into it. I mean, like he's averaging like over 30 or whatever.
He's doing great right now.
It's ridiculous. He's been fantastic.
All right, Kyrie's return date is still undecided.
Yeah, he still has to complete all of his side quests.
I like how you name like all the things he has to like at least address. Nicely.
Yeah.
And also, I want to correct something from last episode. So we said, like, he said something anti-Semitic.
Oh, yeah. It was a documentary.
Of the documentary.
Yes.
He reposted on Twitter.
Yes.
I don't think he really gave an example.
No.
And, like, the creator of the documentary, there we go. I was waiting on that word for the longest time.
Yeah.
Is, like, anti-Semitic or, like, represents some terrible stuff. Something like that. And just, it's...
I've seen arguments where it's like, like he didn't endorse it. I mean, or it's like he put it on his Instagram.
Yeah, I know, the media member, oh my goodness, that press conference. When that media member was like trying to dig, I'm like, bro, if I was in that situation and he didn't really... I wouldn't have tried to dig as far as that reporter did. I'm like, bro, you kind of know what he's answering.
Yeah.
Like, he's like... It was just...
It was bad, and I feel bad for...
It was more bad on the reporter for that moment.
Yeah.
But then again, Kyrie's got to be like... Accountability at any point? Like,
yeah. I feel bad for Nets PR. I think that ultimately they're going to walk back his requirements to come back. I mean,
this is the last season on his contract.
Yeah, so I think they're going to bring him back. I think if he issues an apology privately that they can report on publicly, I think that'd be good enough for him to get reinstated.
Enough for the league, but it'll be enough for the team.
We'll see. Yeah, because I mean they're gonna want him on the floor. So I don't know. Still a lot to be determined there too, and that's gonna be something to watch for sure.
A team would, I think next season a team will sign him, not to a huge deal, but they'll be like, yo man, Twitter, Instagram, get off that.
He just hasn't proven.
Like there has to be some clause in it to where he's just quiet as a church mouse and not making any like headlines other than his play.
He just hasn't proven to be a beneficial factor to a team. I mean, like he's amazing on the court, but his antics off the court, his determination to not play basketball, is really something special. But yeah, no, someone's going to sign him because it's Kyrie Irving. I mean, he has to be signed.
Still decently. What is he? 32, 31?
He's up there. But I mean,
what I mean is he's still early 30s to the point. Like, all right, he's still got game.
Yeah.
But tank.
I mean, yeah, no. Whatever team is, just he needs to be cognizant of the history that he's had. For now, the Cavaliers, the Boston Celtics, and the Brooklyn Nets. Now.
Cavaliers, he was fine. Oh, he's 30.
Towards the end.
So yeah, but yeah.
He's 30.
Yeah, he's 30. Towards the end, I don't remember towards the end of his Cleveland to be that bad, other than requesting for a trade.
It was drama with LeBron because he thought that he was the star player and he didn't want to be number 2 to anybody.
Well, that's the reason for the trade, though. That I remember that coming out, but I don't remember anything prerequisite.
On his way out, he was kind of bad-mouthing LeBron and the organization.
He went on First Take.
Oh my
God.
Yeah, And then when he, finally got his trade, he was like, "Oh, this is the happiest I've ever been. I feel free now, or
Making a
whatever."
movie at that time, Uncle Drew.
He was, yeah. And then he went to Boston, and then that was an absolute nightmare. And so, yeah, I don't know. Someone's going to sign him. It's just going to be a question of for what, any
No,
stipulations.
he's definitely going. They're not signing him to a max.
No.
For sure.
I mean,
Like that.
you
like,
can't.
What's the word? Publicly, no. Is that the word? Yeah, publicly, that wouldn't be a good look for the team.
No.
Like he's probably getting $10 million a year.
Yeah, I'd rather spread it out amongst younger players or even veteran players than put it all into Kyrie Irving. I mean, just because right now he hasn't proven that he's able to help his team succeed.
Yeah.
He just hasn't proven that yet.
Yeah. But, yep, that's everything. All right, appreciate y'all for listening.
Yes.
Find us on YouTube and Spotify. Luke, say goodbye to the people.
Oh, goodbye, people. Thank you for listening.